Can you name a situation and or case where you had to take a controversial position that offended or upset the people? How did you handle it and why?
I've had a lot of controversial cases that have offended people. I always did my job and stuck to what the law was. I've never done anything that I felt was unethical, but I just, as a judge and as a DA, you don't always do what's popular, but you always try to do what's right. And so I've always done my job where whoever the defendant was that was before me and whoever the victim was that was before me, I tried to treat them both with dignity. And so that's the way I did my job, treating whoever was involved with dignity, and understanding that everyone can't like every decision you make, but you always still have to do your job, follow the law, and treat the community with dignity. And I mean, I've had a lot of cases. I just had one of my most recent famous cases that hit the media was what they call the gay burning case. And so that was a case where two young men were homosexual. They were actually not involved in a relationship, but they had worked at a warehouse all evening. And in their mother's home, she lived in an apartment, they weren't very wealthy, there was a cot on the front floor. And so when I say all evening, I mean they worked from like 9 o'clock in the night till like 6 o'clock in the morning. And they came and they laid down on the bed. Well, mama had a boyfriend. They were about 21 years old. Mother was about 40-something years old. So mom's boyfriend would frequent the house as a man would do for his girlfriend. But he had continued to ask the family, hey, are they gay? Are they gay? Are they gay? And she had told them, that's not your concern. It's my son, and I love him, and it's not your concern. But it was something that constantly was bothering this man. This morning when he comes home, he sees those two men laying down asleep. And I imagine they were in a really hard slumber because they had slept the entire, they had worked the entire night. What he decided to do was let a pot about this big, the one you put your greens and your spaghetti in, he had put it on the fire, let the water come to a boil. You know how long that would take? Take that pot and pour it on those young men until their skin turned black and scalded off of them. It was a horrible case. They were both put in comas for months. Just a horrible tragedy. And we tried that case and that man was convicted. And he was given 20 years to run consecutive for each thing, 40 years. And the community did not like that. They said that was too harsh. There were people that did murders that didn't get 40 years. And how did I feel as an advocate doing this? And what I say is the sentencing in that case was for the judge, but I can sleep at night because I did my job. I did it to the best of my ability, and I served those citizens. And quite frankly, in that case, like every case, I didn't just serve those victims in that crime, but all the victims that feel like they're attacked because they're homosexual, or because they're black, or because they're poor. And so I'm proud of my record in my career. There's not much you're going to ask me about. I've tried to live every day with dignity.